versus speaking, musically.
Holy moly guacamole.
Do you feel that everything
for 50 years?
For 50 years of hip hop, whether it was authentic or not, was it positive? Because a lot of corporate interest took advantage of, okay, it's hip hop 50, so we're gonna do all these things.
So your question is what now?
Like, do you feel that it was positive in general for hip hop?
Yes, I do. In general, I just think that, as I said earlier, the detail of where he came from and what it took to get here has not been properly represented. And this is what I say to the PR people and to the press people. Like, if you want to know, like, at the beginning, you got to ask somebody that's around 60. You have to.
Right.
You can't ask somebody 30 or 25. You just cannot. And this is why I find it critically important to speak. It's because, like I said, once August 12th gets here, it's a new trend, new shit. You know what I'm saying, Nori?
What is it? 520 Cedric? What is it?
1520 Cedric.
1520
That's
Cedric.
Herc's place. Mine's is 2730 Dewey Avenue.
So that's a two-part question. Is that actually the first hip-hop party that ever was there?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I don't know what's here, and I've never talked to anybody that went to this party. And I'm not saying that it didn't exist.
Yeah, for sure.
But I haven't seen anybody on the internet talk about I was there.
That's what Crazy Legs. That's what Crazy. He said that the discrepancy with that party is one of the biggest contested things in the history. He feels that flyer keeps getting remixed, where people keep adding names, taking names away.
Really?
Yeah, he said it on the show. He said that that's a contested event. Like, not that it happened, but how it happened or who was involved or what.
Yeah, I'd love to know who was there and how the party turned out. How many chicks was there versus guys? What were you breaking? Like, I want to know that too. Like, I want to know the merry-go-round. I want to know what their technique of Minds is the Quick Mix theories. I'd love to know, what was that first party and what's the merry-go-round?
When did you first hear about that party? Like, when was it first? Like, when did people start saying this is the first party, identifying it as the beginning of hip hop?
Wow, that
you remember. Because that's crucial. You would be the one to tell us, because we wouldn't know. That's way before our time.
Right.
You would say, hey, you know what, guys? I really didn't remember this being talked about as much. And that's kind of like what Crazy Legs was kind of talking about. I don't know. Remember what he said?
I can't remember.
Because it's all rallying around that point. That's why we're celebrating 50.
Right. But then if we're going to celebrate 50, then we got to talk about the party, who was there,
right,
where it was, what happened. And this is, this is probably why he's saying that. Like, I would respectfully love to sit down with Herc and, sit down with his crew.
That's why it's crucial that he does what you're doing.
It's extremely important.
Right.
And I can tell you, even on my streams, I have people who were at my parties in the beginning when I was nothing, that will tell you what my party was like. They remind me of shit that I forgot about. It's Cookie Monroe, Anna Monroe, Jacqueline Tucker. Like, these people, they're still here, and one of them actually works with me in my company that remembers shit that I totally forgot. And this is what's really critically important, because that kind of verifies. When you got the layman's and the party goers saying, yep, that shit was true and is verified, I'm still yet to hear, and I'd love to hear, who was at that first party. If it happened at the center, what happened at that center?
Right.
What was going on? Like, what was happening? We need to know that. It's critical that this happens before August 11th. That's just my opinion. Respect.
August 11th will make it 51 years?
After that, it becomes 51 years, and then it's over. Next 50 years, I ain't gonna be here. Do
you think? Because I remember that was another thing that Crazy Legs was pointing out, was that hip hop is older than 50.
Yeah, he's saying because, and DMC said this. He said documented hip hop we can call it 50, but he said hip hop was happening before that. That's what even DMC was saying that. Yeah.
Okay, let's define it. If we define it, guys,